BlocksCAD skills. The scale transform. Stretching and squeezing shapes. In this skills video, we'll be demonstrating how to stretch and squeeze a shape by using the scale transformation. To begin, drag out a sphere to the project area and click Render. Notice that by default, the radius of the sphere on the X, Y, and Z axes is 10 millimeters. If you want a different size and shaped sphere, you'll need to scale it. We do this by dragging out a scale block from the Transforms tab. Locate the Scale XYZ block under Transforms and place it around the sphere block in the project area. It should lock into place. The scale transformation block will multiply the size and position of the shape inside of it. In this case, the sphere that we just rendered. First, let's scale the sphere by 2 in the X direction. The radius of the sphere in the X direction is now 20 millimeters, 2 times as long as the original sphere. You can also scale a shape by a factor of less than 1. Let's scale the sphere by 0.5 in the Z direction and see what happens to our shape. Remember to always click Render in order to see any changes made in the project area. And notice that to view our sphere along all 3 axes, X, Y, and Z, we can click, hold, and drag the render area to get different views of our object. The sphere now has a height of 5, squeezed or compressed to 1/2 the original sphere's radius. To clean up our project area for the next transformation, click, grab, and drag the blocks off the screen. Now that you've learned how to scale a sphere, let's see what happens when we make changes to a shape that's away from the origin point. As before, bring out a sphere block from the 3D Shapes tab, place it in the project area, and render it. By default, the center of the sphere is rendered at the origin of the X, Y, and Z axes. To move or translate the sphere away from the origin, we need to bring out a translate block and place it around the sphere. This block can be found inside the Transforms tab. Translate the sphere away from the origin along the X-axis by 20. Render and notice that the center of the sphere is now 20 millimeters along the X-axis. Now bring out a scale block and place it around the translated sphere. Scale the shape in the X direction by 2 and render. Notice the center of the sphere is now 40 millimeters away from the center, or origin. You can count 4 graph units, twice as long as in the original translated block. If you don't want scale to affect the position of your shape, apply the scale transformation to the sphere first, before translating the shape, like this. Put the sphere directly inside of the scale block, so the sphere is stretched out, and then place the scaled sphere inside the translate. Now, the sphere center is 20 millimeters from the origin. You can watch this skills video again if you'd like to review the stretch and scale transformations, or to practice what you've just learned, launch BlocksCAD and start building.